Attacks on white farm owners in Zimbabwe are once again escalating. Property invasions have been common since 2002 when President Robert Mugabe ruled that commercial farms had to be turned over to the black community. From Zimbabwe, Nkapile Mabuse reports on how white farmers are continuing to bear the brunt of Mugabe's controversial land reform.
A community under siege bids farewell to yet another murdered Zimbabwean farmer. Sophie Hart was found dead in her home in August.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Her distraught husband is said to be the only remaining white farmer in the district of Kadoma, southwest of the capital Harare. The motive behind her killing is unknown, but farm invasions and attacks have once again escalated in Zimbabwe.
This lawlessness has just carried on.
Ben FREETH has been beaten, arrested and repeatedly harassed. Now his home has been reduced to rubble. The latest strategy, he believes, to drive him off his farm. FREETH cannot say for sure that this was arson, but tells us he's received several threats from a gang of youths who have occupied part of his farm.
One time they came around with burning sacks at night. With the sacks, they were going underneath the thatch and saying, "We are going to burn your house down if you don't get out."
FREETH's father-in-law, Mike Campbell's farmhouse, has also been gutted by a mysterious fire. At Campbell's front gate is a public display of exactly who has taken over, and our cameras are not welcome.
No, we can't allow you.
We were swiftly escorted off the premises. A tribunal that rules on human rights issues in Southern Africa found that FREETH, Campbell and some 70 others have the legal right to remain on their farms. But President Robert Mugabe declared the ruling null and void and pulled out of the tribunal. On the other side of the country, another farmer is also fighting to hold on to his land. Charles Locke says he has given away one of his farms and 70% of another in an attempt to avoid a confrontation. But he tells us an army general by the name of Mujaji has posted soldiers on his property, claiming the remaining 30% now belongs to him.
Why do they want to remove me when I've complied with everything that they want? What more do they want other than for me to pack my bags and leave? If that's the case, then admit that that's the policy. Say to the world, pass a law, no, whites are allowed to farm. Then it makes it clear.
Tons of maize and tobacco, he says, is worth over $1 million lie in storage. Trade has been halted at gunpoint, we are told. This in a country whose economy depends so much on agriculture. Desperate to resume work on the farm, Locke pleads with the occupiers, but they say he should speak to Mujaji. Here too, our camera is a problem.
You don't have the right to use your cameras here.
You want to fight with us here? You want to...
Guys, I want to take my tractors. Can I take my tractors? Why?
They threaten to damage our equipment, and for our own safety, we back off. Mugabe's Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, MUTASA, says the land reform program must continue. And when it comes to the violation of human rights on the farms,
human rights are beginning to be seen now because they benefit the whites. And when they were affecting blacks badly as they did the likes of us, it didn't matter. And nobody raised anything about those human rights. And sometimes we say, good heavens, if that is the kind of human rights that you're talking about, better keep them away from us. We don't want to see them.
With the formation of a unity government, farmers were hoping for some protection. But
nothing is happening. There's no land audit happening. No one comes out here to check, to see. We're just left, vulnerable.
Vulnerable yet determined to fight back in a battle that appears unlikely they will win. Nkapile Mabuse, CNN, Zimbabwe.